Druee has already had an unbelievable day at the office. Reverse sweeping Jarias. Beating AJ as well. Let's see if he can keep going against Wahvey, who I expected to qualify today. I'll be honest, I thought he was going to go through the upper bracket to qualify, but he has been struggling a little bit in these salt mine quals. He hasn't been able to produce his best play, but he is massively favored in this matchup against Druee. Coming into today, I thought this would be a 3-0 Wahvey, but Druee's already up 1-0. He's too strong! The extra weight of the hat and the antenna just barrels him across the line. Wahvey is simply not heavy enough. No hat, no antenna, no extra kilos. Druee muscles it through him. You can definitely see him coming though. I mean, Druee is obvious. You can probably smell him coming. Look at how much boost is coming out of the back of his car. What is this even called again? I can't even remember what this boost is called. It's the really loud one. I swear this boost blocks your screen if you aerial at the wrong angle. We might not be able to see Druee aerially if he flies too vertically with the ball overhead. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to change the flag. Update, there we go. No, wrong United. Wait a minute, that's not United States, that's United Kingdom. Okay, there we go. Don't worry, guys. French Wahvey can't hurt you. British Wahvey can't hurt you. We got all kinds of EU invasions today to the North American last chance qual. Oh, that's cold. Nah, Druee's actually cold. Look at this mind game. Who does that? Huge boost advantage. He's in the air days before Wahvey, and he just shoots it low under him. Yeah, honestly, I can barely see Druee's car when he goes for the kickoff. It's just behind the puff of smoke. Even the bubbles as well, contributing to the just the pile of stuff on the screen. Do you think Druee uses this car? Or do you think he's like back is modding like a really clean decal for himself? Does anyone know, does Druee stream? Does he actually see this? There's no way he sees this when he's playing. I thought he was just going to go for the demo there. Actually, it would have been the play, I reckon. Just go ahead of the ball and try and demo Wahvey. Oh, he's using it. His boost is flamethrower? No, it's not flamethrower, is it? What's it called? I can't remember what this is called. Is it thermal boost? Is it like purple thermal? He's live using it. He's actually looking at this car. What a madman. The Druee's live. Be sure it's neothermal. Yeah, I think it's thermal. There's a bunch of these. They came out when the game launched, I think. There was standard boost and there was thermal. And a lot of people used to use this back in the day because Rocket League players didn't know that heavy car placebo was a thing back in the day. Everybody had hats on. Pronovi was a paladin with a crown. And everybody's just going around with the heaviest boost. Plus, nobody was aerialing, so it didn't matter. Everybody was just driving around, so it didn't cover your screen. Little pop by Druee, back within one. It's neothermal. Okay, so it's not the original thermal from the game, but it's kind of similar, I suppose. I might have to try it. I might have to try and annoy my teammates and my opponents by using this boost. I mean, it is so loud. When you activate this, it's like a thud. He's feathering his boost, and it sounds like somebody's knocking on my door. He's back. He's tied it. He's actually good, you know. Like, from what I've seen so far, I've seen him play half a game against Jarias, and I've seen half of this game. This is gonna be nerve-wracking for Wahvey. This is the absolute last chance to qualify, and he is up against it. This is the exact stage of the tournament where apparently Jack fell in Europe. Oh, a little bit of a trip on the post there, though. Not ideal for Druee. You guys arguing in chat. Some people saying it's neothermal, some people saying it's not. I thought it was just regular thermal. I don't even know what neothermal is, to be honest, but he's pretending to be boost starved here. This is so smart. Look at this. He's pretending to be boost starved by just turning without using boost. And if Wahvey dove in there trying to capitalize, it would have been a save. Great save, speaking of. By Druee. He dodges the demo. He might try and force an own goal. No, instead just plays for the 50. Gets scored on as a result. I think he maybe could have forced an own goal here. Seeing some sneaky plays seem on brand for him, like the demo on the back wall that I was thinking he might go for. That little maybe force an own goal angle. I've not seen Druee play, but based on his card, these are the plays I'd expect him to be making. I'm definitely judging him based on his preset here. And I'm not suggesting bad plays, I'm suggesting genius plays. So I obviously think he's a Rocket League intellectual, based on the fact he's using this car. Yeah, we got hats returning to the ones meta. We had Tempo with a hat on, Druee with the mohawk. I just love he's slapped on the mohawk and the antenna because they're also purple. Unless maybe you can get these in different colors, I'm not sure. This is smart play by Druee. He did get bumped again, but he's not allowing Wahvey easy access to the play here. He's not giving him boost and a turn for free. Oh, well played. That's clean by Wahvey. Dodges the demo, pops the ball over, and then catches up to it to score. That wave dash to escape the bump is exactly what he needed. Druee there trying to put himself between Wahvey and the ball, force Wahvey to bump him into it, but Wahvey does not do so. Oh, big time dunk. Don't think he meant it, but Wavey's followed through the reset and dunked on Druee. Wavey's reset there. He tried to hit that ball, but the fact he didn't actually forced a bad save, and the follow through was undefendable. Oh, careful, Druee. That's very close to your own net. He doesn't play for the full pitch air dribble. Instead, takes it down. That gives Wahvey time to get it right in his face. And now the two are battling on the goal line. Druee, small boost advantage, dusts Wahvey, and it dips under the bar for the goal. And game on, 2-goal difference. Wahvey thought he had Druee in an awkward spot, but it turns out it's Druee in the counter-attack. First time ever watching Druee, and he's won me over, says Fat Doink. I think that's going to be the same opinion for a lot of viewers. There's just some players that captivate the audience, either with their play style or their preset or a combination of both. Or just their results, because he's genuinely had fantastic results today. So you've got to put respect on his name. Reverse sweeping Jory and beating AJ in consecutive matches in the lower bracket of a qual. That's impressive for anyone in the world. Tough flick to stop there though. Wavey's stuck that one on a postage stamp top bins. He even faked a shot towards the other corner in the approach. That's a beautiful finish. Looks like Wavey's going to be taking game one here. Thanks in the meanwhile to Jato for the 5-month prime, Kieran Witt for the brand new prime. We've also got Kaku Zals for the 10-month prime, Dripver for the 8-month tier 1, and M Veltri for the 6-month prime as well. He says this minute we need more 1v1 LAN. I agree, we do need more 1v1 LAN. But the good news for you, and the good news for the Rocket League scene and everybody who likes ones, is that we're going to get 3 1v1 LANs next year. Now they're only going to contain 2 players each, but that's okay, we've got to start somewhere. I just like that there is going to be a pathway to call yourself an official 1v1 world champion, the best 1v1 player in the world, because there's always been an asterisk on best in the world in ones. I talked about this last week as well. I think the players who have had the best claim of being undisputed best in the world over the years have been... Probably the first player to have a claim of that was Marky Duda, then Scrubkilla, then Cuxer, Dapper, Fairy Peak, Scrubkilla various more times. Lethamer, I think, had a decent claim for a short while. Also, Flakes had a claim for a short while. Khaled definitely had a... Well, Khaled honestly had probably the best claims. He won an international online tournament. Saltmine won against NAEU play and MENA players. He beat everybody. So yeah, probably the greatest claim ever would have been Khaled. He won the only international ones tournament that I can think of. But yeah, these days it's become more contested. Probably you got to give Ruas a nod. At some point, I reckon everybody would agree he was on top. Not sure if there's ever been an absolutely clear guy. Moxie, you think maybe Moxie, Druee, probably at some point, but when would it be? When would it have ended? It's hard to say. So it's very difficult to say these days who the #1 guy is. Right now, I would speculate that it's Nas, but even he lost recently, so it's not 100% clear until you have a big tournament, and then the winner of that beats the winner of the equivalent on the other side of the Atlantic. It doesn't happen all that often. Hey CJ, how's it going? Thanks for the 11-month Prime, buddy. He said, don't sub, it's a scam. I would argue that it's actually a positive scam. We're scamming Bezos by removing money from Prime and putting it in Twitch streamers' pockets. Reverse scam, you could say. Oh, what a save. Wavy he just bumped Druee into saving his own shot and then countered him. Druee didn't have enough momentum with his air dribble bump, and he just got bumped back into the ball. Yeah, ones is so stacked these days, it's much harder to have a claim of just being unanimous best. Like, back in the day, 1v1 didn't have as many players at the top level. There were only a handful of players who could compete at the very highest level, initially. And then, of course, we had the extended periods of dominance, like the extended reigns of Scrubkilla and Fairy Peak, Khaled. I'd say Jory probably has a decent claim of being world #1, but when he won Salt Mine 2, First Killer also was winning Salt Mine in dominant fashion in NA, and I don't think Jory is the first killer ever played. So it's tough to... There's always an asterisk on that one. I would speculate he's probably the best, but it's not as clear as when it was Khaled, Fairy, or Scrub. Or even like Cuxer or Dapper, way back in the day. Anyone know why Cuxer's not in... Oh, Cuxer, sorry. Why did I read Cux? Anyone know why Zen is not in Salt Mine? He probably just didn't want to play it. I don't think he's playing ones right now at all. So I contacted his manager to ask if he'd be interested in these off-season ones tournaments, and he said he's not playing ones at the moment. So I imagine it's still the case. Wavy pretty comfortable in this matchup now after a game and a half. It's been more Wavy figuring out what Druee's about, and now he's just gaining little by little more advantages in the matchup. Yeah, you're right, Cuxer should be in this event. Didn't Fairy Peak play in this event, by the way, in this qualifier? Did he play in this one? A bunch of people were telling me in the run-up that he was going to be playing in Q4 for Salt Mine 4. Europe, of course. Zen actually started playing ones, now the off-season tournaments are done. Well, there's a difference between playing ranked ones and playing ones tournaments, because sometimes players will be playing ranked ones, but they're not playing ones tournaments, and sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes players are just playing tournaments and they don't want to play ranked. I don't really mind it personally. I think with the change of format, some players are not as interested when they don't have a direct invite. They don't want to have to play a qualifier, which is fair enough. But this was the format that was requested, and I think it's a pretty fair one as well. The length of these qualifiers, it's not quite as grueling as an RLCS qualifier over a whole weekend, because to qualify to Salt Mine, you got to play through the open qual on the Thursday, and then you've got to play through the top 8 on the Friday. It's a little bit more streamlined than the big double elimination bracket into even more double elimination in RLCS. Right, Druee's well out of it if he doesn't get a goal here. He's going to try an air double bump and more momentum this time, but Wavy goes over the top of it and gets the save. It looks like game 2, Wavy fully locked in, starting to get a much better read on what Druee's doing. That's a great read as we're talking about it. Pre-jump save and the long shot. Druee's definitely up against one of the best in NA at the moment. You got to remember, although Wavy's been struggling a bit in the Salt Mine 4 quals, He's dominated ATRs. He's been the second best ATR Cup player for North America, only behind Diaz, who's been flat out the best player in the North American server for the off-season. So when you're number 2 in the ATR Cup and you still haven't qualified for Salt Mine 4, that definitely shows a bit of a slump in form. Wahvey's not been able to bring the same game to Salt Mine 4 quals. He's fallen short 1 spot before making it on a couple of occasions. Will it be third time lucky in the second, third place match? Will it be second time lucky? Wahvey against Moxie, who waits for the winner of this in the lower final. Just 1 more spot in NA Salt Mine main event. And what do you guys think? If it is going to be Wahvey who makes it through, does he get revenge? Do you think he can take down Moxie second time of asking? Or do you think it's just going to be more Moxie domination after Beast Mode beat him? I think Wahvey's probably going to be feeling a little bit patriotic. He might have teared up just slightly at the sight of Beast Mode making it into the main event. Probably because at that point he realized, oh my goodness, I have to play Moxie again. You have got to be kidding me. Druee's trying to pogo on him at the end of the game here. Druee making the most of every second here, even though he's been down and out of it for a while. He is going to play on, which is absolutely fine. But can he get a game in the third, fourth match here? There is going to be an advancement, obviously, to the qualification match. But loser of this will be taking home the top prize money from the qual, $250 to the loser of this. And also the loser of the qual match that comes after it. But a lot more money if you could just qualify. Wahvey actually had a chance to get maximum money from Salt Mine this year because he did place third, fourth in every single qualifier that happened so far, which is top money from the quals. So he's up to $750 from the quals up until this stage. And if Wahvey can make the main event and win it, you'd actually go home with 15,700. No, it's not 15,000. Sorry, 5,750. The entire prize pool for the main event is 15k, not the prize pool for the winner. But that's the perfect copium. If you can finish third/fourth in every qual, and then do well in the main event, that's maximum money for you. An even smarter strategy would be to qualify for both main events and then win both. You could just straight up win 10 grand. Between EU and NA. That's what Moxie's trying to do. Is this going to be the end of the road for Druee? Whoa, what is this? He's in a regular looking Octane? Why does he immediately look more mechanical? Why does he instantly look like he's now 10 times faster? Still gets scored on, mind you. That's crazy. He speed flips once and I'm like, yeah, this is a different player. Like if you like hit the nameplates and you didn't tell somebody this is a qual match and you showed them Druee's previous game, you showed them a couple of seconds in the previous preset and asked them to predict the rank, I reckon most people would say champ 1 or something. They'd be like, yeah, this is champ 1, maybe champ 2. Then you put him in this, they'll be like, oh yeah, SSL. Yeah, this guy's, he's got it. I mean, just look at the speed flips, look at the moves. Clean. But it's just not working. I mean, has he left behind his entire identity here? And just gone with flavor of the month? Let's see if he can do it. Oh, wait a minute, never mind. He's schizophrenic, he's got multiple identities. Apparently he's been hiding a regular Octane in his back pocket this entire time. It's like when you're beating someone at pool, then they go, oh, shall I start playing with my left hand? I'm actually left-handed. I've been playing with my offhand this entire time. Wahvey just leaned forward in his chair. He's thinking, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Druee's decided to reveal his full form. Wavey's probably going to be okay with it if this keeps going the way it is, so that's a favorable 50. Not the smartest angle to be challenging there for Druee. If you collide with the ball at the same time as your opponent and you're coming in sideways, they're going in goal side, it's probably not going to go too well for you. Wahvey makes it 4-1 quickly after the kickoff. I love that. I love that he's just got a regular car ready for the off days. You know what I think's happening here? Druee's trying to get one game win in this car just so he can switch back to his regular preset and feel good again. I know you guys know what I mean. You play the same preset all the time. You've got the look you want to, you know, have people remember you for. One day you're playing Rocket League, you're just not feeling too good. So what do? You switch to a Fennec, basic Fennec or a basic Octane, play a couple games. Alright, yeah, feels pretty decent. Apparently he's unlocked the flip reset ground pinch now with this new car. And then of course when you switch back to your original preset, your main preset, it feels 10 times better. Sometimes you just need to go and see what the grass is like on the other side of the fence before you go back. Oh, what a play by Wahvey. That's just going to go straight in. No need for any kind of follow-up touch. Fakes the air roll shot. Fakes the little soft half volley as well. Instead, gets under it and pops it over the incoming Druee. Druee's far from out of this series so far. He's tested Wahvey in many different ways. Wavey's passing the test with flying colors here, though. This is fantastic defense. How about that? Multiple saves in a row to keep Druee at only 3 goals 2 minutes in. And Druee up early, decides to turn it into a fake aerial. Bailed out of it early enough that Moxie could just turn, though. Sorry, not Moxie, Wahvey. I'm reading my Twitch chat a little bit too much there. Yeah, Moxie is going to play the winner of this. Beast Mode's already qualified today. Insane match. You can go back and watch the Beast Mode Moxie match if you missed it. Yeah, switching preset can definitely make you, it can trigger a playstyle change. That is something that can happen. Even if it's unintentional, switching preset will affect the way that you play. Switching car will absolutely affect the way that you play, but preset even can have the same effect. And you'll see it a lot in other players as well. If you know someone who switches car a lot, you'll be able to tell immediately the differences in their game, the tendencies that they've got in, let's say, if they play a longer car versus an Octane hitbox car. Even a Fennec and an Octane play very differently. I feel like when you're playing the Octane, you're a little bit more free-flowing, a little bit more freedom, a little bit more unleashed perhaps. When you play Fennec, you feel a lot more in control. When you've got the ball, when you're dribbling the ball on the ground on the Fennec, you just feel like you are a wall and you cannot be moved. You feel indestructible. You feel so solid behind the ball that you are going to naturally think, oh yeah, I'm going to go for a 50 here. This just looks like I'm going to dominate this 50, and then you often do. Whereas in the Octane, you're behind the ball, you're thinking, oh, I don't know, I feel like I'm going to get dunked on, so you try and go for an outplay. You know, it's all about how the car makes you feel in any given situation. You go for an aerial play in the Fennec, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know, actually I'm just going to bail of this one Octane. Maybe it feels a little bit smoother. Depends on the player though, it might be vice versa for others. But Druee's got a lot of work to do here. The preset change has given us an interesting new look at his gameplay. But overall, Wahvey has just been too much for him in the past 2 games, especially. Game 1, Druee gave him a bit of problems. Game 2, it was all Wahvey, and now Game 3 is getting more and more out of reach. A Wahvey with a top corner in and out save to keep Druee at bay once more. Fadeaway 50 by Wahvey. Tries to slow play the follow-up. Druee's got an opportunity here to take to the skies. What's he got in store for us? He wants to double it. Tight angle. Oh, what a shot. Druee made it look like he's going to fly in front of the ball here for an air dribble bump, or maybe just try and reset late. No, he gets a couple of last second touches. Lifts it to the bar and rebounds it in. but just over a minute left. Wahvey looking for his 9th goal. Isn't going to get it here, but the boost steal is there. And now Druee's in a bit of trouble. Trying to use the momentum Moxie. I keep calling Wahvey Moxie. Has given him. Has he done enough here? Oh, that's so unlucky. Did you guys see that snap wave dash recovery by Druee? He got bumped sideways and just immediately wave dash sideways to get back on the ball. That was sick. Didn't lead to a goal, but still. Impressive recovery mechanics. Wahvey putting it out of reach, 9-5. With a confident reset, Druee calls GG's. Gives him a good luck as Wahvey does advance to the qualification round. GG's Druee. You know, it's a 3-0 loss, but that was an entertaining series, and it's always good to see a player doing it a little bit different. And what a run he's had today. Let's just remind everybody what he's done. Because although he's finished off the day with a 3-0 sweeping loss, well, he started and ended the day by getting swept by Wahvey, actually. So a nice little beaten Jarias and AJ sandwich with Wahvey bread. That's pretty much what Druee's been up to today. Reverse sweeping Jarias, 3-1ing AJ, 8-0 in the first game where Druee forced a forfeit with 3 minutes left is crazy. But we are going to get the rematch. We've had a couple of rematches today. We've had Wahvey versus Druee. That didn't change. Same result both times. Now we've got Moxie versus Wahvey. And it's Wahvey defending North America's... Well, I guess it's the Americas because we've got Diaz in here. It's Wahvey defending NA Salt Mine from Moxie, the final invader of the day. Jari is already eliminated.